All right, good morning, guys. Today is September 1st, Monday, September 1st. It's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. We are now we're going into week 9. So, um, family still resting at home. I got up it is now about 8 o'clock in the morning, and today's a holiday. So, I've got a little time on to work on Common Creatives. Um, with it being a holiday, I can carve out some time for that. Um, let's see. So I got week 8 videos put together and uploaded to YouTube. I haven't published them yet. I'll probably do that this morning. There were 2 episodes from week 8. So if you haven't seen those, go check them out. A couple things that happened yesterday. So on Sundays, I don't work on this, and I don't. Sunday's a day of rest for me, so time for me to decompress, spend time with the family, and do some religious observations. So Sundays are a day of rest for me. So I didn't do anything for this yesterday, except for I did get the videos ready to go on YouTube, and I did an end-to-end test with my family on the e-commerce store. So if you've been following along on these videos, you know I've been talking about that for a while. Yesterday afternoon, we had a little bit of some downtime, and so I had a few of my family members take a minute and place an order on the store. The end-to-end test, again, what those are is to as a creator of a software or a product, you often get blinded by the user flow, or how to place an order, or if there's, if you need to check an order status, like, because you're the creator of it, you know the answers, you know how to quickly find things. And so, as a user experience professional, oftentimes what you'll do is you will step back and ask just people to accomplish main tasks on a website or a mobile app, and just observe how well they can do it. And if they get stuck, find out why they're stuck, and get their thoughts, get them to talk about why they're stuck and what they would hope to do instead. And so, it's tempting to want to give them the answer. It's like if they go to place an order, for example, and they're using the navigation, and they can't find a certain location that they're trying to get to. It's tempting to want to say, "Oh, go here, here, and here," um, to like an education and show them that. But as tempting as that is, you can't do that. You have to ask them questions like, "Why?" Ask them questions like, "Oh, I see that you're stuck. Why? What are you trying to accomplish?" And then they'd say, "Oh, I'm trying to get to this section." Okay, where do you feel like you should go next? Well, I feel like I should tap on this, and then they tap on it, and it doesn't go there. And then, and so you just walk them through that without giving them the answer. Um, and that is good to observe as a user experience professional. It's good to observe, not that they're struggling, but that you're seeing why they're struggling so that you can improve it. That was a long way of saying I did a lot of those exercises yesterday with some of my family, my kids, trying to place an order on the store. The good news is it went well. They were able to do that. The bad news is it's not bad news. The opportunities that we discovered, there were some things that I can do to improve the e-commerce site. So I've logged those away in our backlog on Asana, and I've been able to go and we'll start chipping away and improving those for this week as well. So um, it's adding to the list of things that need to be done. But one thing that you'll know with this kind of stuff, with digital products, is you're never done. You never hit a finish line. You just improve. It's an ever improving environment. And so um, they were all good things. The biggest thing you're looking for is like mission critical bugs that are keeping people from placing orders, or that kind of sort of thing. So if you're coming across those are the highest priorities to fix. I did come across one yesterday that has been able to be resolved. So I was able to identify that there were instances where people weren't able to enter a credit card, and that's not a good thing. You on an e-commerce store, you want to be able to enter a credit card. So there was something happening on the site where it was causing them not to be able to load the widget that allows people to place an order. And so the good news is I've been able to check on that a bit more. It looks like that is resolved, and that you should be able to do that now. Um, so that was, again, a good reason why you do these types of exercises is to get out of your own mind, your own perceptions, and then observe how other people are using your site. Now, having 5 people or so do that doesn't catch everything in every scenario, and that's something I should mention too. Is that when we did that, we tried to have different platforms and different devices placing orders. So I had one individual place an order on a phone, one individual on a tablet, and then another individual like on a desktop web application type of experience. And so getting them to be in different environments and testing it out is critical and important too, because if you do come across something, then you can validate it and try to identify, is it just in that one location, or is it across the board, same experience across the board with all different types of platforms. So um, happy to report that the site is doing well. There were a couple usability things that could be improved, and we've locked them away, put them on our backlog to accomplish in a future sprint. So the best news out of all of that is there isn't anything mission critical that's keeping orders on the site. I mentioned the credit card thing, but that's been resolved, and orders can go through. So I had them place an order. This was also helpful to be able to observe the business back end of tools. So after they placed an order, I actually canceled some and even did some refunding just to test that out and make sure that in the future date, if a customer needed to return or get a refund, testing out those tools to make sure that all of that processed correctly on the credit card and the credit card processing systems, as well as the communication paths. So testing out communication channels that go back if an order is canceled, to make sure like it communicates clearly to the order or to the customer why it was canceled and that kind of thing. So um, it was all helpful stuff to do. I'm glad I did it. And again, with this kind of stuff, you're never done. Um, I'm sure I'll test these things more, but the good sign is that it worked well for all those looking to place an order. And yeah, so I'm happy we did that. Um, oh, what I was going to say about all that is, even though you have a bunch of people, like in this case, I had 5 different scenarios that may not capture everything. And so in the industry, it's still good to have analytics. It's still good to have any kind of heat map tooling on your site to observe that, so you can, through the masses, as you have a massive amount of people going through your digital products, you can look from an analytical perspective and see and identify those types of problems. So it's all under the guise of improving and creating the best experience you can, so that people have a good experience with your brand and your product, and they can accomplish what they're trying to do with your company. So, and in this case, it was getting the gear that gets you gigs. So, um, if you're watching this and you haven't gotten any gear yet, head on over to shop.commoncreatives.com. We're ready for you, and start looking over the merch that we got. And if there's something in there that you're hoping to see that you don't see, put a comment down below, and we'll work on getting that set up. So, all right, I'm gonna head back in, work on that stuff for a little bit more before the kids wake up, get week 8 posted on the internet, and here we go into week 9. See you guys. All right, guys. Hey, good to see you. It is September 1st at 11:28 p.m. See right up there, September 1st, 11:28 p.m. I'm going to be finishing up the night here, but I'm going to show you some progress I got. So this today is Labor Day, and had a chance to work on a few things this evening. So a lot of good stuff happened tonight. I want to give you a quick update on it. So I did the end-to-end test with my family this afternoon, and happy to report that the site is ready for prime time, is ready for action. So what you're seeing here is my Printful integration with the Common Creative Store. Printful is the printing press that is tied into my e-commerce store that I manage all my product through. It's got a data integration between the e-commerce store and then their services. And so anytime an order is placed, it notifies me, and then Printful also gets notified. And then I have it currently set on a system where I have to approve the final order in Printful, which then sends it off to the Printful to do the printing, and then they ship it out for me, which is great. Now they take a cut in all this. They actually get quite a bit, but there is a little bit of margin in there that I'm able to make some money off of it from the business. But this integration is what they call a print on demand. It actually helps with reduce of production on goods. So it's kind of a global thing as well, which is good for the environment, so you're not overproducing. And the products that are in the e-commerce store are produced once an order is placed. So quickly show you that. I've got the notifications in here that there's an order waiting for my approval. These are all from the test orders that I did with my family today. So those are all ready to be approved. Now I haven't done them yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but that was my end-to-end test that I wanted to do to make sure that the store is ready to go. And it is ready to go. So shop.commoncreatives.com is live, ready for orders. To get that ready to go, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing an email campaign push to my current Common Creative audience, as well as any social media. So tonight I've also been spending some time getting that ready. So there's going to be an email campaign that looks like this. Get the gear that gets you gigs. And there's some images of the type of merchandise you can get on the store, and then there's a call to action down below inviting people to go to the shop. If they click on it, you can see it then loads the shop itself, and then they can go and shop away and place their order. So I started that process over here on my left using a design tool. Again, I've mentioned this in the past. We've got Figma. So here's the email campaign that you just saw. And then there's going to be a social media push once that goes out as well. So order of operations, usually the email goes out, and that is targeted to all of the Common Creative members. Right now there's about 340 people on the email list. And then we've got some Instagram, we've got Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And those graphics have all been exported. So once the email campaign goes out, I'll send it out tomorrow morning, and then I'll also post it all on social media as well. So that's going to go out. And so this evening has been taking that design and getting it into code, which you see over here on the right. The code is then integrated into, I take that code and put it into a template over here in MailChimp. So MailChimp, I get the code in there, and then it sets up to who I'm going to send it out to. So here I've got, I'm going to go and send it out to all contacts of the Common Creative Stay in the Know. Again, I got 379 recipients. There's a from list, and then a subject line, and then when you can send it, and then they give you a little preview. Now the nice thing is it also lets you do a little preview test as well. I've done that, and that's what you're seeing right here on my email client. So this email came in over here, and you can see that the email is in fact loading in exactly what we want from the design. We've got it all in there. There's a call to action down there at the bottom, and then also this is also clickable. And so if I click on that, you can see then it then opens up the website, which drives traffic into there, and then they can go ahead and shop and add things to their cart and hopefully check out. So that's what this night has been all about, getting that ready to go. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I do need to be in the office tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to get up a little early in order for me to hit the send button and push this all out into the internets through the social media sites. So I'm excited. We'll see where this goes. Excited that the site's ready to go. Security's all in place. SSL is all ready to go. And the site's ready for orders. So we're going to push out there, see if we can drive some traffic, and see what we get. So after we do this email campaign, I will update you in a few days to see how it looks. Again, after you do an email campaign and a social media campaign, it usually takes a few days for people to see it in their scroll feeds and all that kind of stuff. So I'll get you maybe some numbers coming up here in a day or two, what we got, what kind of traffic we got, and see if we get any orders. So, all right, guys, happy Labor Day, and I'm excited to get this one out there. We'll see you. All right, good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd at 7:39 a.m. I've got a few minutes before I've got to start driving into the office at my 9 to 5. But before I head off, I'm going to send off the week 9 Get the Gear email push for the September 2nd, 2025. So I'm in MailChimp. Last video segment you saw was me getting it ready. I'm going to now push it live. This is the email that's going to go out to 379 recipients. Those are all Common Creatives database owners, database people that are in our email campaign list. So we're going to send out that with the subject line, Get the Gear, Land the Gig, Repeat. And then over here on the right, I've got all my social media set up to launch it as well. So I've got LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so we're going to put the message out through email, and then we're going to post it through our social media channels. So we're about to hit live on that. So let's have you be here with me to do that. So this is all looking good. It's ready to go out. Just checking one last things here. Email campaigns, what it looks like on the right, looking good. We tested the links last night. So let's go ahead and send it. Send it now. Okay, there you go. You were here, part of it, part of the launch. It's now being sent out to those 379 individuals. I'm getting notifications on my phone. You're not going to see those, but I got notifications on my phone that the push just happened. So those emails are going out. I'm going to pause it now while I post it on social media. All right, guys, we're back. It is now 7:53 on Tuesday, September 2nd. Just got done with the email push for the store, the 9 to 5, losing 9. Let's try that again. Just got done with the email pushing, getting audience to the e-commerce store. Over here, what I'm showing you now is the push to the social media platform. So we've sent it out on Twitter with a link to also the latest week 8 drop. We've got the campaign for the t-shirts and the e-commerce store. Over here on Facebook, we did a post as well on Facebook. You can see posted there live there to our followers on Facebook. And then over here on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the largest network that we are active on. Yeah, so got their push there. There's a business site and there's a personal site or personal profile that I have. I've done it on all of those. So now we sit back and see what happens. I need to rush off to my 9 to 5 and get there for that. So I need to sign off for this morning, but we'll see here. We'll check back in a little while later on today, this evening, and or tomorrow, and just check the numbers and see what it looks like. All right, have a good one.